And I think one of the reasons why I like it, one of the little tiny reasons, I think the main character is autistic. Hey there, hi, it's Arlene Bishop, performing singer-songwriter and recently assessed autistic person with ADHD, and I'm here in my studio exploring what it means to be an artist on the spectrum. And one of my favorite things, one of my stims, one of my best buddies is movies. I watch the same movies over and over again. I watch new movies too, and every now and then a new movie becomes part of my stable, a stable of movies to watch. And one of those movies, I wanted to tell you about it today because it's really good and you might like it. And I think one of the reasons why I like it, one of the little tiny reasons, I think the main character is autistic. I don't have any insider information. That's just me speculating. So I wanted to tell you about this movie. It's called No One Will Save You. All right, so we meet our main character, Bryn. She's maybe like 23. We see her in the morning getting ready. We see her looking in the mirror getting ready. And she practices her smile. She practices her wave. Bing. First sign that I'm thinking, interesting. Kind of like me, she's practicing being casual and friendly. She picks out something comfortable to wear. She lives alone and she works from home. She sews and she bundles up the thing that she's sewn and she takes it into town where she mails it off. And when she's going into town, we notice that she sort of stops by a neighbor and she awkwardly waves, and the neighbor gives her like a stink eye back. Awkward. She goes through town to mail her package and she sort of avoids eye contact with people. And then she ends up at the graveyard where she's visiting her mother. She packs up her stuff and she leaves to go back to her car. And on the way past, the crowd of people who are her age, who are there visiting someone else's grave apparently, they stop talking and she waves and they do not respond, and she shuts down her wave and puts her head down and walks to her car, where she almost runs into some people that she avoids. And the people that she avoids, that's the first inkling that there's some interesting backstory going on here. Anywho, she goes home where she receives a shipment of part of her collection. In her dining room, she has a model of the town square. It's so delightful. It's beautiful, little craftsman style, little people, little road, buildings, the bank, the library, so forth. Well, she's adding this building that has a little tower and a bell. Diddle-diddle-dink. She rings the bell. It's delightful. She practices a dance routine. She's got some stuff on the floor. She practices a dance routine. But she's alone. She gets a phone call. She picks it up. We hear a cranky voice. She puts it down. Clearly, this is part of the understory. What's happening here? But you can see that she takes care of her home. It's tidy. It's got twinkly lights everywhere. She goes to bed. Nighttime. She's woken. The lights go on. The lights go off. She's awoken when she hears a ruckus outside. She gets up to deal with what that is. It's garbage pail. She sees that there's somebody downstairs. She can see the shadow of someone walking around. She can hear the bell. Diddle-diddle-dink. Somebody is looking at the bell on her new model. Ooh. She's wondering, what? And as she shifts her weight, the floorboard creaks. And whatever's downstairs stops and is aware of her presence and starts coming up. Well, we don't see who it is, but it's scary. Okay, I forgot to tell you, this is scary. And spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you everything that happens. Well, not everything, but the really important things. She hides under her bed, and it's an alien. An alien comes into her room. We're talking classic alien, all right? This first alien that we meet, classic style of the Greys, with the eyes, gray, egghead, tiny chin, classic. Except when it gets on the bed and jumps around and then jumps in front of her, doesn't know where she is, she's hiding under the bed, and these feet come down, these hand feet, very strange. She's freaked out. This thing jumps out the window. Excellent practical props in this movie. That's one of the reasons why I like movies. I like to watch it for practical props and fantastic music in this movie. I watch it for music as well. I watch it for the characters, character development, all the good reasons why I watch a movie again and again. This movie has this really interesting element. There's virtually no dialogue. Barely any dialogue. I don't think she ever speaks. Yeah, it's mostly action and music that tell the story. And it's quite an action-packed sequence from here on in, where she defends herself from attack from an alien in her house. And she, in an effort to save herself, desperation, she ends up killing this alien. She's shocked. The alien is shocked. The alien is dead. Whoa, what does she do? Sun comes up. She comes to. She sees the dead alien, which she covers in a nice quilt. Because she's, I don't know, respectful. Nice girl. She looks at herself in the mirror in that way that I look at myself in the mirror sometimes, which is, oh my God, what are we going to do? But when she goes into town to get help, we see more hints about the story, the understory. The overreaching story is aliens. The understory is something else. No one is going to help her. She goes into the police station, and they are obviously not going to help her. She basically skedaddles out of that place. Oh, yes. When she leaves the police station, she flaps. Which, when she did that, I thought, bingo, she's autistic, just like me. I flap. All right. Clearly, the aliens are taking over the town. She tries to defend her home. There's battle ensues. She's very powerful. She is not giving up. She's got a really strong survival instinct. So we start seeing different styles of the aliens. The grays, but now we see the insectoid alien. You've seen sketches of those with the really crazy long arms and legs, and intense music, fantastic use of light, shadow. The tones in this film, the colors begin so rich, warm oranges, yellows, gorgeous, and then into blues and blacks. They catch her. All right. So she gets caught, and then she wakes up in her bed, and everything is fine. And she thinks for a moment it's a terrible dream, until she hears laughter and people outside her house, which is very confusing to her because she's been shunned. She doesn't have friends. So she knows that something is not right. And she rejects the illusion, and she continues to fight. But now we are starting to really learn what the understory is. And then we see it explicitly set out. The aliens catch her. They zip up to the mothership where she is, you know, that thing. Nobody wants to know what happens on the ship, the probing that happens. Well, in this scenario, it's sort of like an old style, like turn of the century, last century, not previous century, not this most recent one, the one before that. Sort of an old gallery style, bunch of doctors kind of things, you know. But it's a bunch of aliens, and there she is. And they touch her in the forehead, and they see what's in her mind. And we see, and she sees as a third person. Very intense. It's beautiful. And there, the aliens, having seen this, I think they decide, this is my interpretation, I think they decide that This girl's been through the ringer. Let's be nice to her. Let's be nice aliens. And apparently, they decide to control everybody else in town. They rebuild everything so it's just as it was. Everything is back to normal. But now she is now a part of the community where people are friendly to her. She goes to the town square where she dances her dance. There we hear an excellent use of a song from 1958, I think. Oh, I can't remember. An old song. Fantastic, fantastic use. And there you go, the end. And there are ships. There are flying saucers flying above the town where she lives. But she's happy. She's finally happy. And that's the story of No One Will Save You. And doesn't it sound great? You should watch it. I watch it here in Canada. I stream it under Crave. I believe it's a Hulu thing. If you can buy it, you should buy it. If you can rent it, you should rent it. And we should support this filmmaker and these actors. And the main actor, what's her name? Kaitlyn Dever. She's fantastic. Fantastic. And the art design and the direction and the music. And there it is. There's my movie review. Is that what you were expecting today? All right. No one will save you, but I will always help you. You take care of yourself. I'm going to take care of myself, and let's take care of everybody else. And I'm going to see you soon. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.
Like and subscribe, like and subscribe. If you've made it this far, you should like and subscribe. Yeah, aliens. Woo!